on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. But them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now. It's Henderson, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Mike, 380.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Good, guys. 4 down, 4 down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check 26. Hey, check 20.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right here, right here.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Alert, 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 alert.
Let him know, let him know. Check 37, check 37. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
12.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check.
80 weapons.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready, go. Snap.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Yeah. 5. Hey, jet. 5.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Tempo.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the shotgun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And a Packer first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check.
Now.
Go get him. Mike 51.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
You ready?
Mike 51, Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's Henderson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go now. 10-2 stop.
Yeah.
2nd and 13. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Let's get it.
Hey, wahoo.
51 for Mike, boys. 51. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go, set. 30 base. X3. 218, chopper. Let's go.
They'll run here with Henderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Friday. What's left? Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Echo. 51 Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Let's go. 50, plant. Hey, it's coming up. General West. Ready.
On 1st down, Henderson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Get him, boys.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
AT Gator. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
They run it here with Gordon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, hey. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's go double count right here, double count. He's coming.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jacobs now. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Go! 10 logo. Go team, spell. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Alpha. Right here, guys. Fight.
He'll drop to throw. Yeah, he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
18 Gator.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run it with Jacobs, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Wood. 51
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, it still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. It's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lights 50 seconds. Go. Watch the screen. 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 50 seconds. 40.
To throw again. Wilson looking here for Smith downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Smith, incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
The gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Not today. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. There goes a deep ball, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
I know he ain't got it. 51 Mike.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
it got his man complete. A big pickup of 38. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Wilson got Gordon open, completes him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
56, 56. You ain't doing nothing today.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
This time Wilson will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Falcons. 1st down.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Zebra.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Wilson to throw again. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Orvin. Switch up. Mark 55. Mark 55. Here we go. 5.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun again to Henderson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Wilson. He completes it to Boyd. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Okay, baby, I see you.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Check.
Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. The open man is Smith. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
I'm trying to collect.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me?
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Wilson on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
6 man. Check curl.
On first down, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
There's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Silver. Switch. Hey, check 20. 14. Quick dad. One left.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Henderson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for